the Palestinians in Iraq today is one of the greatest tragedies. They have been massacred since the beginning of this war.
I hope to live. Where will you go? In any country. To live in any country, to live in safe.
Many of them have tried to flee to Jordan or Syria and were not able to.
The general public has not yet heard of this refugee camp. For 3 months, Palestinians expelled from Iraq have been living here.
In a complete desert by the highway, 372 Palestinians have been living for the past year in horrendous conditions.
In the desert, it is so hot, many refugees sleep in the open. Refugees gather here to wash. There is quite literally nothing left in the tank. For 3 months, the camp's inmates have consumed nothing but corned beef and tinned beans.
They're stateless, they don't have passports, so they cannot flee anywhere, they have nowhere to go.
Even if they were born in Iraq, like Khaled, Palestinians don't get citizenship.
Do you have no citizenship of any country?
لا وهذه كانت للسفر ولكنه ما حدا بيستقبل يعني كانت في بعض الدول تستقبل العرب جميعهم لا ما في
بعدين كأنه سجن عايشين به واحنا مش عاملين اشي بس انه نعاقب على شيء ما ارتكبنا ولا جريمه
كل ظننا انه
فلسطيني.
I don't know where to start on our suffering. We're tired. We just want out. I'm one of the people here who has thought about committing suicide.
Abu Maher has no desire to return to Iraq, having escaped after being brutally tortured.
أحسن نزلوا علي بالشتم والحجم غلط. أنت ما لك كلام. هذا أرض الإسلام. هذا كل ما فاتهم بقوا يدخنون الجزائر ويطفوها بظهري. بالجزائر عقاب السجائر يطفونها بظهري. وأظل أعيط. هذا كله هم من ما فاتهم بالإضافة لهذا قاموا يشوني بالكهرباء.
The fundamental issue in Jordan is the fact that over a large majority of the 7 million people of Jordan are Palestinian or Palestinian origin, and they are entirely underrepresented in the government.
Palestinians with Jordanian passports went to sleep last night and woke up without them.
Overnight, 20 members of the Abu Samra family woke up with the nightmare of mass deportation. They are left with no identification cards, no nationality, and without a Jordanian social security number.
Since 1979, I've kept my family's record. I'm a settled Jordanian. I bought land I built on. I own a home, and there's no person who can take my Jordanian nationality away from me. However, overnight, with the stroke of a pen, a new employee took it away from me for no reason. So now we're neither Palestinians nor Jordanians.
The 1 square kilometer camp is home to over 30,000 Palestinian refugees who live well below the national poverty line. Here there is no underground sewage system. Instead, sewage is released into canals across the camp. Abu Abdullah is a displaced Palestinian. His home is a small makeshift shelter. He survives on cash handouts worth $33 a month. Those in camp are only eligible for temporary 2-year passports, which do not guarantee basic civil rights. The refugees in Jordan only want the same thing, and that is to live in dignity and without fear.
The refugee camp of Ain al-Hilwa, resting uneasily on Lebanese soil and watched by its troops. Here you see some of the Arab world's dirty linen. For all the talk about the Palestinian refugees, this place is the epitome of squalor.
Refugees are not allowed to build or even repair their houses.
As Palestinians, they don't have the right to work. They can work on piece wage on small things, but not enough to provide for their families. Women don't have rights here. The husbands don't have the rights here. Children don't have rights here. Sometimes they're told that the camps are going to be wiped out. They're going to be closed down.
Life outside is better than the life up here in the camps.
Concerns about the safety of Palestinians in a refugee camp in the El Ramel district of Latakia.
After tanks opened fire on a Palestinian refugee camp in the north of the country.
According to the UN, thousands of Palestinian refugees have fled after their camp came under fire.
The Palestinians should be spared the Syrian internal problems.
Palestinians are used by all the powers in the region. So basically we're slowly watching a small genocide and not doing anything because it would be politically incorrect to intervene.
Our community here is living in devastation and poverty. And the thing is, they tell us that it's just because they want us to have the right to return. The idea that I should have civil and social rights has nothing to do with the right of return. We're not living amongst foreigners, we're living amongst other Arabs, and we're still not treated well. We're still isolated and treated badly, and after all the years that we've been here, we still don't have any rights whatsoever.